What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. Those of you guys that welcome back, as always, thank you so much. Thanks for coming and spending the time with me here live, wherever you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you might be streaming this thing from. So first of all, welcome back. And most of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. This doesn't exist without you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking part. Those of you guys that are liking and sharing and commenting and sending us all of your incredible comments and the things that you are doing in this world. We just love seeing it. So thank you. And those of you that it's welcome to, a special thank you to you. So if this is your first time seeing us, thanks for being here. Hopefully you get something amazing. What this is a little platform just for us to share about 5, 6, maybe 10 minutes together and talk about things that can put us all on the journey to being our optimal self, and mostly to be the best version of you, not somebody else's version. We at Optimal Self don't have a version. What we want to do is provide an environment that you can soar, an environment that you know that you have the capacity to live to your full potential. That you are supported and loved, and that there's nobody here to judge it. What it is to help us all get on that journey so that we can make great choices, so that we can make great decisions that absolutely lead us to the best version of ourselves. So that's where we're at. That's why we're here, to support each other. And again, thank you so much for being here. And so today, I want to talk about a word, belief. And I always like to look up the definitions when these things come up in my day-to-day actions or when I'm preparing for different speeches and things. And I got this definition today. It said, a state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or thing. Again, let's talk about belief for a second. A state or habit of mind. So that means it's coming from your mind, from your brain, from how you have been wired or what your thought pattern is in that moment, right? But it's giving trust or confidence placed in a person or thing. Let's remove the thing for a second and let's go to person. And let's say that person is you. Is you. Now imagine that your state of mind, that your state or habit of mind is trust and confidence, and it's placed in you, that your belief is in you, that you have the power, you have the capacity, you have the potential to be whoever you want to be, to have whatever you want to have, if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to put in the work. So listen, if you don't believe something is possible, it's one of two things. You either don't believe you can do it, or you don't believe that the path is for you. So which is it? Do I not believe in myself, or do I not believe in the path to get there? But you have to figure that out. You have to figure out where that belief is. Why am I not where I want to be? But here's the thing. You can be. You just have to flip the switch. Because here's what I want you to truly understand, is that most of the beliefs that you have are already hardwired into you. They come from, you know when? Ages like 5, 6, and 7 years old. That a lot of these things are hardwired. A lot of the beliefs were taught. Think about it. Think about the things that you believe in. They've come from either our parents, maybe a teacher, maybe some environment or community I was part of, and they're hardwired in us, that our beliefs are not even truly ours. Think about that. And I'm not even talking just about the beliefs about what you believe in outside of yourself. I'm talking about the belief in yourself. That most of the time, all of us, including myself, have been told we're not good enough been told you're not this, or you're the smart one, not the pretty one, and you're you're not the tall one, you're the short, like whatever. Guess what? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And most of the time when we get when most of the time when those people are talking to us, when most of the time when those things are being fed to us, it's because that person is insecure. It's because that person doesn't feel enough. So they must put other people down to feel good about themselves. The moment you start to recognize that, you don't even have to be mad at them. You don't. It happens to us as adults, where people try to put us down or say negative things about us. And guess what? I smile in the face of it. I love it. You know why? Because I literally tell them, man, you must really be hurting inside. I'm very sorry. Can I help you in some way? And the thing is they don't even know how to respond to that, right? Because if somebody's putting you down, it's because they're having their own problems. It's because they don't believe in themselves, that they're the struggle. They're the ones. But here's the thing. It's time for you to stop putting yourself down, right? It's time for you to stop. You see the definition. It should be right there on your screen right now. It's a state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in ourselves. That's the belief I want you to get to. Because listen, if you're having that inner doubt, frustration, or overwhelm, if you're having those problems, if you're having those issues in your life, it's because your inner belief is not congruent or in alignment with your outer self. That's the truth. We've got to get those two things in congruency. We've got to get those things in alignment, meaning what I believe internally is what comes out, and vice versa. When those get in alignment, man, it's like a giant weight just falls off your shoulders, because you're not holding on to these negative or terrible inner beliefs. You're not, or on the outside, you're not trying to portray somebody or something you're not. You've got to get these beliefs. You've got to get that inner belief in alignment with your outer self. And the moment you do that, the world opens up. Your life opens up. So just ask yourself those questions. What is holding me back? Because we all have it. We've all been there, right? In my keynote speeches, when I talk around the world or, around the country on different things, there was a very big moment in my life. I was 13 years old. Those of you guys that know me, I was a baseball player. Not everybody knows this story in my life. And I thought I was going to make the All-Star team that year. I had a really good year, and we won the league, and my coach was going to be the coach. And in that, I didn't make the All-Star team, and we're all sitting there after at the pizza party. And I asked him, man, how come I didn't make it? And he looked me dead in the eye. And he said, because you weren't good enough. And when I say that, it probably hurts. And there's probably people watching this right now, and it hurts. It does. And as a 13-year-old boy, it hurts a lot. A lot. It's like they just ripped that heart out and stepped on it. But let me tell you something. It changed my life forever. Because in that moment, as bad as it hurt, I never wanted somebody to tell me I wasn't good enough again. And you know how to fix that? Action. Absolute action. And I used to hit balls off the tee in the backyard over and over and over and over again. That 13-year-old boy, you could not, when no one was watching, I used to have tennis balls and I'd drop them on wood and I'd rip them into it over and over, thousands upon thousands of swings when nobody's watching, nobody's throwing balls, nobody's nothing. And guess what? By the time that 13-year-old boy was an 18-year-old boy, guess what? All league, scholarship to college, and all those kids and it's not their fault, but all those kids that made those all-star teams that were doing it, that never had that happen to them, they get passed by. So where in your life has somebody told you you're not good enough? Don't let that be the answer. That wasn't the answer. What he was saying is, I just hadn't worked hard enough. That's what he was really saying, that I hadn't worked hard enough to earn the right to be on those teams. But then I started the work, and that still lives with me to this day. When I want something, you cannot outwork me. You can't. I'm going to go. Not that I'm always going to be the best. Not that I'm always going to win. That's not true either. But you're not going to outwork me. I know that I'm going to go to bed at night knowing that I put in the maximum effort that I could in that moment. That's what I want for you. That's what this is. You being your optimal self. You being the best version of you. Not the best version of somebody else. And that doesn't mean you're going to win Grammys, or you're going to win an Oscar, or you're going to go on to this. That's not the point. That's not what happens. That may not be your destiny. But if you dig in and become the best version of you, if you work at it, then that's where the fulfillment is. Because today I am so grateful for that moment in my life. So grateful. Because it taught me that lesson, that he wasn't saying I'm not good enough. And he's right. I'm not good enough in that moment. But not forever, baby. Not forever. Because I'm going to go outwork everybody. And guess what? Then one day they're buying a ticket to come watch you play. Instead of making that 13-year-old all-star team. Best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you. Thank you. But you have to find that inside of you. No one can outwork you. You got to push. And it starts with belief. Not the belief that I could be the greatest of all time. Belief that I can put in the time, I can put in the energy, and I can put in the effort to be the best version of me. That's all. It's just a state of mind. It's a habit of mind. It's a trust and a confidence in you that you can simply put in the work to be the best version of you. And when you do that, the sky's the limit, baby. The sky's the limit. All right? So let's do it. Identify a belief that's holding you back right now. Identify the moment that's holding you back from being the best version of you. Write it out, put it on paper, and then change, and then reframe it, and start taking action on being, and then write what you want to be, and then start taking action on who you want to be. Take action on that. If it's get up earlier, if it's get to the gym, if it's eat better, whatever that is, start. But you got to believe. Just believe in the process, and just believe in you, because we believe in you. And that's what this is for. All right, there you go. And as always, thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. And most of all, thank you to those of you who are touching people that we can't touch. Because there's people out there that we don't know. I don't know them. Optimal self people don't know them. And you do. And you have an opportunity to share this with them, to say, hey, take a listen. This might help you today. And those of you guys that are doing it, thank you so much. And those of you guys that want to, please do it and let us know what's going on. Like, comment, and share. All right? Appreciate you so, so much. And as always, please, I want you to jump over to optimalself.today. If you haven't got registered, 7-1 is already rolled out. Most of you guys, if you have, you should have got an email from us. You should have already seen some of the videos and started in. Those of you guys that didn't get in on this one, there is another chance. And it's going to roll out on 8-1. So make sure you get pre-registered. Please jump on over, get pre-registered. And I cannot wait to see you in the member area. All right? Have a great night. Enjoy yourself. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.